Am I actually in a fever dream? Is this Real Madrid team actually performing this well? Is Fede Valverde on course to win the Ballon d'Or? And what has Arbeloa eaten since that City game? Academy players getting chances. We almost had a clean sheet. We will talk about everything. But that Arda goal. Arda Guler. From the not from the halfway line. From his own half. Guys. From his own half. He scored from his own half. We're going to look at where exactly he scored. But this is a PUSKAS goal right now. I'm calling it right now. This is winning the PUSKAS. Arda Guler. I am not the biggest enjoyer of your football in the last few months. Because you have been subpar. But this. And the last performance against City. I can only be fair to the guy. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for any player. This will be remembered forever. I don't think people understand how big this actually is. I couldn't believe my eyes when the goal went in. And of course, if it wasn't enough, Real Madrid absolutely destroyed Elche 4-1. But this is where Arda Guler scored from. I cannot believe. Look at it. This is actually madness. This is an absolute madness. He saw the keeper off the line. He thought to himself, why not? I tried it before. I hit the bar. Let me do this shit, bro. Bang! From there. That's his own half, people. This is honestly sensational from Real Madrid. And Arda just completely shut down everything, even though they scored one. Perfect game. This is a perfect game from Real Madrid. Players, from the manager. Unfortunately, I do think that, you know, Vinny or Camavinga, they could have maybe had a better game when Camavinga gave the ball away for the first Elche goal, and Angel unfortunately scored that own goal, and Vinicius had some sort of, you know, chances in the first and second half. But this is honestly, I mean, what more can you really ask for from Real Madrid? We go from losing to clubs like Getafe and drawing to these men to winning 3-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu against Manchester City and winning 4-1 against Elche, and we are only 1 point behind Barcelona. And again, they are playing Sevilla, which we know they do have problems with Sevilla. I'm not particularly saying that Laliga is close right now. I still think Barcelona has a bigger chance of winning, but Real Madrid is doing everything in their power, and they are actually playing good. That's the thing. We didn't even have more possession than Elche, which might be surprising for some of you, but Elche do play possession-based football. They are like 17th right now in La Liga. But Real Madrid were so clinical once again. And when it came, you know, to the latter stages of the game, we did miss some chances. But like, the clinical stages of Real Madrid right now, Fede Valverde, what is he smoking? And Arbeloa, I gotta give you props. Even you have injuries and, you know, the lineup does basically pick itself. You do rotate so well. And you give up opportunities to these academy players, which some of them, you know, did better than the others, which we will talk about, especially in the second half recap. But bro, Pitar balling out. Carvajal getting a chance over Trent. Trent fully rested, by the way. Garcia, what a game from him as well, bro. What a game. Huijsen getting a goal, Rudiger getting a goal and getting rested as well. Valverde rested, Tchouaméni rested, Vinny rested, and Brahim Diaz balling out and getting rested as well. Honestly, this was the perfect game from Alvaro Arbeloa, so I'm gonna get it out now. Arbeloa, fair play to you. Yeah, I do blame you for a lot, and I did think that the City game was more on the players, but this game, I think it's more on you. The rotation and the substitution was absolutely perfect, and I do think you tweaked a little bit after those first, I don't know, 20 to 28 minutes. If we weren't really doing anything, the game was absolutely horrendous from an entertainment point of view. But Arbeloa changed a little bit of something. We started to progress a lot with the ball more, and Fede actually got put more, like, you know, in the middle, in my opinion, because Fede was playing he was playing in the middle, but a little bit too deep for my liking. And just when the first goal came in from Rudiger, which was a lucky goal in my opinion, the finish was of course sensational, but the ball comes back to Rudy, and we do have a good press from Brahim Diaz there, and Rudiger, what a volley, bro. For a center back, that goal. But we gotta do the second goal now. The second goal from Fede Valverde. Oh my god. What is going on, bro? Fede, I'm gonna tell you what is going on. This is going on, bro. The campaign has officially started. And I don't care if I'm deluded. And I don't care if I'm stupid. And I don't care if I'm overrating Fede. He's moving like the best player in the world. Right now, who's better than Fede? He's the best midfielder in the world right now, pound for pound, in the last 2 games, in the last 3 months. Because after Arbeloa came in and he got put off the Xabi Alonso shackles, Arbeloa completely freed Fede Valverde. Fede Valverde is on another level right now, and his technique is coming back. The goal-scoring ability from last season is here. He scored a fucking hat-trick against City, guys. A triple against City. And then he does this against Elche. What an absolute banger. Fran Garcia gives it to him, receives the ball, fakes the shot with the left, and then goes with the right finesse to the top right-hand corner. Real Madrid make it 2-0, and what a goal from Fede Valverde. And after that point, I was fully satisfied with that result already. If it ended 2-0 or even 2-1, I'm happy, you know? Because let's be honest, guys, if we do look at it from a realistic standpoint in Laliga, I'm not expecting these guys to perform like this every single week. We have an exceptional confidence boost right now from that City game, and we proved everybody right that confidence in football just matters. It matters, bro. And Fede is playing with the utmost confidence. Now, how about we just go to the second half? Because I think the first half, it was a bit boring until those first 2 goals were scored. And then we played an okay game, you know, to see off the first half. And then we didn't see any substitutions right after the first half started. But I just want to get into the substitutions now, because they lead to everything that happened in the game. Because these players gave everything they had after that City game. And Tchouameni, Vinny, Brahim Diaz, Rudiger, Thiago Pitar, and Valverde were basically substituted at the same point, or in the same, you know, minute window of around 7 minutes. And these guys came on. Arda, Yanez, Garcia, Aguado, Angel, and Cesar Palacios. Big up to you, Arbeloa. Big up to you. I still think Manuel Angel, you know, that's an unlucky own goal. Still a good game from you. Cesar Palacios, still a really good game from you. You received the ball. I see you on the half turn. Still a good game. Diego Aguado, I gotta talk about right now, because I do think, where is he? Yo, made 2 last man tackles, showing great authority at the back on his official debut. This was his official debut. And those slide tackles, bro. His positioning. Aguado, big up, man. And you did perfectly. You know, Rudiger had a really good game. Huijsen had a really good game. And you held your own. You held your own, even though we conceded. That was so unlucky. Bad decision from Camavinga, you know, to give the ball away. But unfortunately, you know, Aguado almost defended him, and then Manuel Angel unfortunately scored that own goal. But honestly, these guys are so good on the half turn. So good with the ball. The only thing is, the final pass is just not there. The final decision is not there. You know, the final tackle is not there. But I get it. They are so young. I'm not going to blame them. Really good substitutions. Gonzalo Garcia, that's the one where I'm a bit disappointed with him, because Arda Guler, what a pass to him in that second half in the last, I think, 15-10 minutes. And Gonzalo Garcia just shoots right at the keeper. I mean, Dituro is ass, literally, bro. Put it anywhere else other than right at him, you're scoring a goal. So Gonzalo Garcia, that's the only one where I'm a bit surprised he didn't score at least one, because let's be honest, that chance for Gonzalo Garcia should be a goal. You know, if you want to stamp that, you know, starting spot against City, which you definitely can. Let's be honest, he can make a start against City, but he won't now, in my opinion. I still think Brahim Diaz is better than him, bro. And you know what? Daniel Yanez. That's the guy I was rating about on stream, that I just want him to succeed. Oh my god, he's a winger, bro. I don't care about these midfielders. We have enough midfielders. But a winger, left-footed right winger, and he goes on and does this from this position. Absolute perfect. You know what happens, bro? Perfect cross to Huijsen, and my guy Huijsen scores the 3rd goal. Hey, my cousin, chill guy, bro. We look alike. Everybody says it. Come on, man. What a header, but what a cross. What a cross. And he just looks good on the ball. Yeah, the 2 guys that I told you about at the start of the season are Daniel Yanez and Thiago Pitar. That's the guys I know about. That's the guys, you know, I actually care about. Because the other guys, let's be honest, I don't know too much about. And even Gonzalo, before he got, you know, introduced that quickly, I didn't know too much about. But I knew Thiago Pitar's name, and I knew Daniel Yanez's name. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing them, by the way. But this guy he just looks good on the ball. He looks good technically. He is agile. He's fast. He can beat those players, and that crossing ability. You had like flipping what? 8 minutes? 8 minutes on the pitch, bro, and you do that. And huijsen, what a run! Nobody marking him, and what a header. And for the past 2 games, huijsen, you've been getting slandered. Everybody is calling you a flop. Even me, you know, your lookalike. We were cooking you, but huijsen, please continue this form. Don't get scared at the Etihad. Don't be complacent. Don't get lazy. This is you, bro. This is your standard. Solid in defending, solid on the ball, and when he needs to, he can come up with a goal. That's what he was doing at Bournemouth. That's exactly what he was doing. And he is so solid on the ball, you don't even notice it in some games, but it just goes under the radar. Such an important game from huijsen, Rudiger, and then Aguero, and Arda Guler, I already talked about. What a substitution, man. What a substitution for Arbeloa, and perfect rotation. I'm so happy he rotated. Of course, I don't want to see this every single game because this is just crazy. Let's be honest, Elche is still in 17th place. But I'm happy they got their chance. I still want these guys, you know, to start the game. Guys, I'm not this academy lover, yeah? And you probably know that. But other than that, honestly, I'm so happy with the team performance. And yeah, this is nice to see, bro. Real Madrid's academy, what a moment. Even though I'm still saying, yeah, people, please, don't overreact. Don't tell me you want all of these guys to suddenly start games for Real Madrid. This is not gonna happen, okay? I've seen it. I've seen it at Real Madrid, yeah? Some games are just gonna be catered to the academy. This was the perfect game, sorry, to introduce these guys into the team. And Arbeloa did. I'm so happy he did it this game because I don't really like it, yeah, that Manuel Angel and these guys were getting up to Tunisia against City. It's all nice and funny, but Thiago Pitar, shaky, you know, Manuel Angel losing the ball sometimes. But I get it, okay? Arbeloa likes them. This is going to be the coaching style until it's inevitable that he gets sacked or just removed from the coaching side. But this was a great game, bro. Great game. I just wish Vinicius scored, man, honestly. And people think I hate Vinny. I don't hate Vinny. I just hate what Vinny is becoming, bro. So inconsistent in front of goal. Vinicius, you had so many chances. And Brahim Diaz, bro, if you just look to your left, Vinny was right there. And that's a confidence boost for Vinny. That's my only thing, you know. We had so many chances in the second half. And just that one little bit of, you know, thought of football IQ. It would have saved us because Brahim, come on, pass the ball, man. And Vinicius, you know, I remember that one ball you got over the flipping defense, which was actually played by Dani Carvajal from like here, bro. Dani Carvajal, what a ball to Vinicius. Then he takes it here. He kind of like beats the player, shoots with his left. Then he flops and looks at the referee. I mean, Vinicius, just come on, lock in, man. I need you to be more confident. And if you are all telling me that Mbappe is destroying the team, this is all working out without Mbappe. I mean, Vinicius is not doing that great. Let's be honest, guys. What difference does it make if Vinicius is there or Mbappe is there on the pitch? If you're telling me that this is the great Vinicius, you know. But I don't want to touch up on this. I don't blame Vinicius today for anything other than that chance. I do think that he should have done better there. And Brahim, the only thing I blame you for is that, you know, flipping a simple pass to Vinicius, you just shot. But I get it, you know, he beat the player. He had a sensational game. So good on the ball. So many fouls drawn to him. And all I gotta say, fair play Real Madrid. Fair play to the academy. Just shame we conceded, you know, that mistake by Camavinga and then the unlucky bounce of Manuel Angel. But I gotta say, this was the perfect game to play out after that City game. Not get, you know, put down once again by a bad flipping game because we rotated, you know, playing Garcia, playing Dani Carvajal. And we did perfectly. I have nothing to say. This might be the first time back-to-back games for Real Madrid this season where I'm genuinely like, wow, this was a game of football where we absolutely exceeded our opponent, even though we didn't have too much of the ball. More of the ball than Elche. And then Arda just comes on and does that as the last goal to finish the game 4-1. And yeah, the end of the game, it was just easy for Real Madrid to control. Arbeloa, shout out to you. Shout out to every player on the pitch. Just a bit unhappy with Brahim Diaz not passing to Vinny and Vinny not getting goal. That's my only, you know, disappointment from this game. And I actually, if I just look at the bench, it's a shame that Lunin didn't start this game. But when you see what Courtois does in these games, It's fair play, you know. Kurta is the starting keeper, so fair play. Arbeloa, big up to you. I will see you tomorrow for the Barcelona hate watch against Sevilla. And please, if you did enjoy this video, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, man. Subscribe. I'm so close to 2K subscribers, and then it will just go and go more and more up. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.